I need a place to find inspiration, and for me each year I start that off with Paris. J'ai besoin d'un endroit pour trouver l'inspiration, et pour moi, chaque année je commence par Paris. Now I'm not too sure what keeps bringing me back to this place. I have some ideas why, but it's only something that I hope to figure out during this trip. Despite what everyone says, Paris to me is such a beautiful city, and there are these surface level things which are the reason why. For me, it feels so much like the romanticized European Renaissance that we grew up learning about. The old buildings with so many stories to tell, and the beautiful mist giving that soft glow, though probably only from a mix of smog and the cigarettes. And the French. The French who are actually very friendly people. So far anyway. I love it all. To the gorgeous scenes as you walk down the Seine, the food, the pastries, the French dishes, and the fashion. And the fact that everything just looks so cinematic no matter what you shoot. Every corner, every building, every person. For me, it's like the New York of Europe. Just a pure movie set. Now, those are the shallow things I love about Paris, and just like all shallow things, there's always something deeper. Those are the reasons of why Paris. Now let me give you something deeper. Who was in Paris?
Let's go! Let's go!
Just kidding, we're not doing all that. This is my girlfriend of 10 years, and without fail, I've always done at least one Paris trip with her. Paris was actually our first ever trip abroad together, though back then, with strict Filipino parents, we weren't allowed to spend a night together, so instead we took a day trip and I fell in love. Not just with her, but also the city, and now that kind of goes hand in hand. That's probably why I love to visit the city. It's a reminder of young love, innocence, and after all, Paris being the city of love is a perfect fit for all of that. Now 10 years together has its ups, but also its downs, and you tend to forget about a lot of things. And I feel like visiting this place acts as a reminder for the love that we started back then. A life where we didn't have these such adult problems that we have now. No worries about our careers or futures, it was just us. And a reminder to be present together. Though, to be honest with you, I feel like I haven't been as present as I want to be. Not only in my relationships, but also with life in general. This crazy life that I'm living right now, and I'm still so lucky to be living, does take a lot of energy sometimes, and I usually find myself checking out into blank space. Being here though, I felt less of that. Maybe because it's so familiar now that I feel comfortable, but unfamiliar enough that I'm staying alert. I felt like I needed this. Yeah. Okay, so, hello. Bonjour, we're in Paris. Didn't really vlog yesterday much. I didn't really vlog much yesterday. Just because we were tired and it was cold and kind of wanted to take it chill. But yeah, first day. Yeah, I'm pretty much just here for inspiration. So Hannah's with me until tomorrow. Kind of just want to get inspiration, like I said, and yeah, I feel like Paris is like that place to me. But other than that, I'm just here for the week, writing, shooting, and I feel like it's been a day, and I've already shot so much content. And like right now, though, we are in Sevenly Heart. It's this coffee store that Hannah found on TikTok. See, that's why, and they were gonna shut down TikTok because this is some of the best coffee that we've had. Like this is like chocolate and mint. I didn't know I needed that drink until today, so I'm gonna try to find it in London. I wish, but
You can get it. It's the Mona.
where's it from?
You know the Mona syrups.
Oh yeah, but I want someone to make it for me.
It's the same.
One thing I realized during this trip was I get inspired by people and by connection. Though I'm so guarded sometimes that I kind of don't want to credit that to people, just in case that connection falls apart. So I end up crediting my inspiration to the next permanent thing, which is the city itself. New York, Manila, the same old story. The part of the trip where I realized this was the part where I wanted to be alone in Paris and gather my thoughts and write a little bit. So I deported Hannah back to London and I was ready to live my independent life in Paris. Or so I thought anyway. Instead, I found myself sitting bored in my hotel room. I didn't feel as motivated anymore and I kind of just wanted to go home. There were a couple of friends that I wanted to visit, hence the reason I came, but they were all away. And the last time I was in Paris, I had so many friends who were also visiting, and that's probably why I loved that all so much back then too. Though one night, last minute, I met up with a friend Alex, who was just in town just for a few hours. We caught up, and after when I got back to my hotel room, I had this sudden energy to shoot something, like at 1 AM. I didn't realize it until writing this exact sentence now, but that energy and motivation actually came from that connection I had with him. I find inspiration in people. So that's what I figured out while I've been making this video. I guess when I see myself in others, I gain this greater value and sense of myself. It's like I found the little puzzle pieces that I need in order to be full and inspired, you know? That's cool and all though, but I can't be hanging around with everyone all the time. And that's one of the goals this year, is to be a little bit more dependent on myself. Like, how am I able to see all the good and potential in people, but never in myself? That's the question and another task added to the list of things that we are going to find this year. And like, I realized I'm not gonna find all those answers over a weekend in Paris or New York or anywhere for that matter. I'm gonna find it through experiences and connections that I have in everyday life. And in order to do that, I need to be more present, more purposefully, and pretty much just live life a little more. Like, we need to take in more to give more. That's just the way it is. That's life. And as the French say, c'est la vie.
How I love the view from this window. The flowers hung in boxes everywhere. When I told you that I needed someplace to go, you said, Paris, love, I'm taking you there. So we hopped a plane and found a small apartment. It's the kind of place that makes you wanna stay. And I think the city might be broken-hearted, but when I'm with you, my troubles far away. With you by my side, there's nothing else I want. The view is alright in Paris or wherever we are. Beside you, we walk the streets of Paris hand in hand. There's a magic in this place that I've never felt. Just like we're